My name is Philemon Nyirenda. I'm the founder for Youth Network Connect, and currently I'm the managing director. I was born and bred in Bulawayo, and I also learned in Bulawayo.
I have known Dr. Phil for a while now. He was my senior in high school, so I've always really followed him on social media. And then this other time, I have a friend of mine that was actually working for him, so that's how we reconnected. And then that's how I got to know about all the programs that they do. About late last year, I attended a business expo and dinner, and it also had awards in it. So during the event, we learned a lot of things. We were taught about investing and investment opportunities that are available for entrepreneurs. Then we also learned about economic dynamics. We learned about how important it is to formalize our businesses and also the processes of registration. And also we did learn about the different avenues that are there for entrepreneurs to actually get some funding and also some support from different banks and organizations that are around.
As an individual, this is what I've been doing for our entrepreneurs. From the exchange programs that I've attended, I gained skills and expertise that allowed or motivated me to initiate or activate empowerment programs whereby I'm teaching entrepreneurs. I'm also linking them to different opportunities and also connecting them to the people that can assist them to build their niches or businesses, starting from their skill set and the passion which they are having. And one of the other interesting things that I've been doing, I've been assisting the youth to identify their potential, at the same time to make use of the available opportunities, so that at the end of the day they can have something of their own built from their skill set.
So for a person to be an entrepreneur, they need to have a passion for whatever that they're trying to do. Then they also need to have a drive, which means they would have identified the gap in their community and they feel that they can fill it up. Then also there are certain skill sets that are needed for a person to be a successful entrepreneur. So that's why you see that there are different vocational centers here around Bulawayo and Zimbabwe that actually offer certain skills training for young people. And then also recently universities have also incorporated entrepreneurship as part of its modules and also courses. So you would see that there is a whole degree on entrepreneurship, and also everyone is mandated to actually take an entrepreneurship module during the course of their university time. So you'd also find that there are certain organizations and initiatives that actually identify talent and also develop skill sets for entrepreneurs.
Being an entrepreneur is an interesting venture that can be embarked by anyone. If I'm to do a flashback, I remember I think it's 8 years ago, my sister asked me something after finishing high school. She said there are no employment opportunities, but what I can do for you, I think I can open a business for you, then groom you to be an entrepreneur. Then from there, I started running a boutique where I was selling ladies' items, ladies' accessories. And along the way, things were running very smooth. And along the way again, the business had to close due to the economic challenges and even lack of expertise since I was coming from high school. And based on that, I learned a lot that for you to build, you are supposed to have certain skill set and even exposure. And after high school, I didn't have any exposure. But after trying and failing, I think that's when I started to learn, and I managed also to attend different training programs where I got the exposure and even the trainings and mentorships from the people who have built something from nothing, and we have built something from glitches which they experienced along the way.
Alright, so during the event, like I said, there were awards, and those awards were actually very motivating for a lot of the nominees and also the people that won there. We had different categories that a lot of people have never been recognized for. For example, there were makeup artists, there were nail artists, there were entrepreneurs in green businesses, there were entrepreneurs in cosmetics like me. We have never had opportunities to be seen in places like those or to actually showcase what we can do. So that event really did bring light to different entrepreneurs, especially people that were starting out like some of us, and it really motivated us to continue moving forward and also seeing that there was actually light at the end of the tunnel.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nomatawe Devele. I'm the co-owner of Limitless Designs. We specialize in branding and signage. Anything from corporate wear to personal wear. You talk to me. We do the printing, we do the branding, we do everything. I'm your girl.
My name is Grace Ain. Most of you know me as Indrugazi. I'm a talk show host. My talk show is called the Grace Ain Talk Show, that basically deals with interviewing entrepreneurs and people who have reached a certain point in life where they can say they can be an inspiration to people. I'm also a corporate host and an MC and a brand ambassador for different companies all around Zimbabwe and Bulawayo. Thank you.
I'm an agricultural student at Blackford V, and I'm an aspiring farmer to cattle and maize, but then I want to venture into tobacco and farm tobacco here in Maitland and Midlands.
I'm a growing entrepreneur. What I learned from my downfall, it's what I am using to inspire others to build sustainable businesses. Currently, through Youth Network Connect, we've got ongoing programs that we are rolling out where we are grooming, where we are training, where we are developing and promoting an entrepreneurship mindset. All is happening from a mindset that I have, and from the passion that is within me, where I am saying, let's all venture into entrepreneurship so that we can curb unemployment rate and even make use of the available opportunities that are in the country.
Because I noticed that a lot of us young people do not have that. So entrepreneurship is a gateway for you to actually gain that financial independence. And it kind of like when you're financially independent, you don't get to be thrown into things that you don't need to be part of. So like for drug and alcohol abuse and, the weird things like crime and stuff.
For you to to make it, you are supposed to belong to a community that can support you. Youth Network Connect has got an interesting arm where we are always having entrepreneurship conferences and seminars. In these seminars, that is where we train young people to make use of the investment local opportunities that they can tap into. This community that I've built, we're trying to correct the narrative where people are saying if you're in Zimbabwe, you cannot make it as an entrepreneur. We can make it, especially if we have the rightful mindset and if we belong to a certain community. So as an organization, we have tried to establish a community where entrepreneurs meet, we deliberate, we motivate, we capacitate, and we even expose our people to different entrepreneurship opportunities that they can tap into, at the same time making use of the available opportunities. I can say indirectly they are part and parcel of Vision 2030 being ushered in by our president, whereby he's saying by 2030 all of us, we should be financially free. All of us, we should be having something tangible that we can use and even survive. Our president, I can say he has contributed or he has given birth to our entrepreneurs because of the policies that have been put to support and even to capacitate our entrepreneurs to start and build something that can also benefit our people in our local communities and even the country as a whole.
As a mother, a sister, a wife, an employee, I had a dream. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I had a dream and I had to carry this baby full term. And as I sat behind my 8-to-5 job, I realized I didn't want to become a frog. I wanted to become an entrepreneur. And I had to do something about it. I remember, to my boss's surprise, I handed in my resignation letter. Boy, was I so excited. I was like that woman carrying the baby on the inside of her. I was excited. I knew. I was happy. Freedom at last. But as I went back home and my head hit that pillow, I realized I wasn't going to be getting a paycheck from my boss. I was full of uncertainty. Where was I going to get the working capital from? What if my business does not work out? What if the clients do not come? What if it doesn't work? What was I going to do? Because I didn't have a paycheck at the end of the month. I was fearful. I had a mixed bag of feelings, but all I knew, I was committed to carrying my baby full term. I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I had to carry my vision full term. I had to carry that business full term. And as former American President Coolidge put it, he says, nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. So tonight, I am here to encourage you that do not give up on that dream that you have on the inside of you. Do not give up on that baby that you are carrying on the inside of you. Keep knocking on those doors until somebody sees your laptop and sees the beautiful work, the wonderful pictures of that food that you are cooking.
Youth Network Connect has tried to bring billionaires and even well-established entrepreneurs in our forum as a way of bridging the gap, as a way of also showing our people that we have people who have made it from entrepreneurship. If I remember very well, in 2020, we managed to host Dr. Philip Chiyangwa and Raji Modi. In their presentation, they explained in depth how they started, and the interesting part about them, they started from nothing. So what drove them? It was the desire and the passion to flee from poverty. Philip Chiyangwa started selling vegetables. Honorable Raji Modi started running tuck shops, and through their determination, they managed to build things that made them to be rich people. And now we have them as our role models based on the techniques which they adopted. And in that event, they conscientized us about the power of starting, and even to be determined, and even to be a goal-getter despite the glitches that are along the way, especially if you want to build a long-lasting, sustainable business.
There are people here who have mentioned so many businesses. I did this one. The simplest one where I came from was with Garamuri, Kwakutora vegetables, Kwakwa. That's where I come from. And the chimutswa sense chikumana piki chai chienda mapraza aripatuza ayaviti chinomirira zvinhu ndichitenga ndichihodhesa tichitengesa pamusika tati baba vanga vari murisiti teni saka taigara naamai tatakawanda same father same mother 14 children ndo ndandiri pakati pachepa. But amongst them my own brotherhood and sisters ndakabudirira handimunzwisa. I'm near a building here where I first got my employment, York House, chef Obetenbof. That's where I was employed by Vuluwe Board of Executives at Transkama Limited. That is in 1978. I left that place in 1980 to join Dunlop as an industrial engineering assistant. At Dunlop, I was there. And I worked there before I left for Wheel of Motor Industries in Harare, where I was the coordinator between accounts and the factory. Then I left there, I worked for Van Leer, Zimbabwe. And at each firm, in India, you go to us, at Buluwe Port, Bagabanes, Yavite scrape, Bulls Glove, where Potter. The guy said, to take a common scraper. My scraper, child, you. She needs a Kakanisika to take. Tend up and clean up, don't take us. Don't see a Buluwe, Safu's running. They got a new. So, don't take them. Don't take us. Then, that's a Buluwe body for this for you. The end of Dunlop, didn't I know scrape on my time? Show us the amount. That scrape, I can take it up at that. She said, now, I can't take us and I hope my press visible. My pass, my plan, I do farm and go actually. That was the other, but I can't buzz him. Where I'm observing you. She don't tell a man. You must always have that in your own vocabulary. Because I was fearful. I like the presentation all of you were making. They make me very comfortable and confident that, it's up to you now. You can go far.
And after 6 years, I started my own business in Bellevue. I had a very small shop. I had 2 people and my wife. My wife left the job because we wasn't sure whether we were going to make it or not. So I said, no, one of us can give the job. So I carry on working, and after 2 years, I joined the business. Nothing is stopping you to do what you want. Dream big, but don't just dream only. Do something to achieve or fulfill that dream. You have a vision that you want to achieve this, and you go forward. I think that's all I'm going to do.
the government has got a big role to play. If you go to our government, there are different ministries that are focusing on the youth empowerment and development aspect. For them to be very effective, I think they should activate or even support startups through funding opportunities and even engaging the youth, especially when we have tender opportunities.
I'd also like to urge parents and guardians that if you find that your child has a certain skill that they would like to pursue or a certain talent, may you please try and support them in any way that you can. It can be financial, emotional, or just social.
As an organization, our operation has been inspired by the local business people that have been doing wonderful programs in our communities along with economic development and empowerment.
So lastly, we would also like to see the corporate world also partaking in such initiatives, supporting and also funding this entrepreneurship initiatives, trainings, conferences that are being initiated by those organizations, because we believe that entrepreneurship is the key to an economically developed nation like the one that we have.